Hi everyone, Happy New Year. It's time to clear off your countertops. I know we all want to declutter, take down the holiday decorations and get to a blank slate. I am all for it. It's one of my favorite ways to start the new year. But if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, you're unsure where to begin, I love starting with clearing off countertops and flat surfaces. Clear counter, clear mind. I think you're going to get the most bang for your buck effort-wise if you clear off the flat surfaces. So some examples are your desktop, and I'm going to be showing you in depth how I do that in just a moment. Also, kitchen countertops. These are big clutter catchers for most of us. Other flat surfaces that you may need to clean off are children's desks, top of dressers, kitchen counter, even a mantelpiece. I know there have been plenty of times where I didn't know where to put something and I just set it on the mantle, and it became part of my decor for about 3 months. So rather than think you're going to attack your whole home and declutter everything in the first week of the new year, take it slow, take it easy. I went on a huge decluttering kick several years ago, and it took me like a year to really get in depth in all areas of my home. I was ruthless. I was getting rid of lots and lots. But for a starting off point, whether it's a refresher or just your first time decluttering, I say just pick a few areas and focus on small, sizable chunks. So for me, the beginning of this year, I started with 3 areas that had gotten way out of control. First was my little tiny half hutch in my dining room. If you don't know, this is the top portion of a large hutch that took a tumble down some stairs. This is what I could salvage, and so I've been using it in a makeshift kind of way. It's really wobbly and it should be replaced this year, but it does this purpose for me. However, it's gotten very cluttered. I keep extra serving dishes in here, things that I might use when we have company, and also apparently everything else that will just fit, and I close the door. Unfortunately though, it's glass doors, so the clutter's been getting to me. So I just take everything out, clean it down. I take a quick look at every single thing and think, do I need this? Is this serving me anymore? Do I want to put it back in this nice, pretty, clean surface that I just cleared off? If the answer is no, off to the Goodwill it goes, or to a friend or family member, maybe even sell it if it's something with value, and everything else gets placed back in a pretty sort of way. The next area that I really focused on were my cleaning products. It's something that I don't really think about when I think about decluttering, but boy, had it gotten out of control. Not only did I have more than I needed, but it was messy. So I just kind of gathered everything all in one location. I have 2 cleaning caddies, one for my upstairs area, one downstairs. I just took inventory of what I had, what I needed, what I didn't need. And I think later in January, when I have a little more time on my hands, I'm going to sort of revamp and redo my entire cleaning caddy. Products, I'm going to go with a lot more DIY products. I will share that with you if you're interested. But before I can revamp everything and make it fresh and clean and new, it's definitely time to declutter, pare down, and see what I have in the first place. I have been reaching for my caddies the past few days as we take down the holiday decorations and sort of clean everything back to a fresh start. And boy, has it been so much nicer to reach in the caddy and get a little dusting rag and not have 5,000 things spill out over the top. And the final thing that I focused on for my 3-item declutter at the beginning of the year was my desk. So the surface of my desk became a catch-all, as well as the drawers. So just like everything, take it all out and kind of declutter, see what's what. I ended up with 3 main categories: things that needed to go elsewhere, things that needed to go into the trash, and things that needed to stay in my desk area. It's also good to sort of micro declutter. So while I'm cleaning out my drawers, I took out my pencil tray, but I also needed to clean out the pencil tray itself because I accumulated more than my fair share of pens, pencils, and highlighters. It's important to remember who's using the desk and what they're using it for. So this really is just my area, and I'm using it for homemaking and my YouTube hobby. I'm no longer a student. I'm no longer in school, so I don't need a lot of pens and pencils, notepads, and things like that. I do keep my home management binder and my agenda on the desk so they're easy to grab. And inside the drawers, I do keep a few pens and pencils, but what I really need often are my electronics for my YouTube hobby. I always need to find my headphones, my chargers, my SD card. I like my adapter so I can plug it into my laptop so that I can plug in USBs or SD cards. So for me, being able to open my drawer and find the electronics and chargers and cords that I need at the ready is going to be so convenient, life-changing, just a perfect use of a desk drawer. You can see here me reusing some boxes. I was recently gifted some electronics, a pair of headphones, I think for my birthday, so I've had the box on hand for a while, knowing I wanted to use it for this purpose. They make great little organizers for small items like cords, chargers, rubber bands, even paper clips. If you don't have boxes like these, you can do the same thing with the bottom inch or two of a cereal box or a brownie box, something like that. Just cut it all the way down and you have the perfect rectangular shape ready to hold your desk accessories. So here's my finished product. In the left-hand drawer, I have most of the electronics. 2 electronic boxes hold a pair of headphones, a lapel mic, and actually a set of note cards I made as sort of zone cleaning cheat sheet cards. And I also have a 3 divided out acrylic organizer. I have rubber bands, a pair of cordless headphones, and a Girl Scout patch I need to sew on. I have an empty pencil tray, so I have room to grow. In the right-hand drawer, I keep a small notebook. It's my favorite size notebook, a 2020 agenda that I'll be using here shortly, some pencils, as well as a few Post-it notes. On the desk surface itself, I have my microphone at the ready, along with a coaster for my water. And then I have a mail organizer that I just use to hold my home management binder, as well as a notebook and today's agenda that is primarily a YouTube and cleaning agenda, because those seem to be the things that I love to do most. So my 2 takeaways for you are to pick just between 1 and 3 areas that you're going to focus on this week. Nothing too major, just to get the ball rolling, to feel like you have a win under your belt. And even more specifically, the second takeaway is to just focus on the flat surfaces, the countertops, the desktops, tops of dressers and bookcases and things like that. I'm sure there's something sitting there that you set down a long time ago that probably has collected dust because it's been sitting there for quite a while. I'm speaking from experience. I am not judging you. I am just speaking by what I did this morning, because yes, I did dust off my bookcase for the first time in a little too long. I want to know in the comments below, what is one area you're going to focus on this next week? List it down there and I will see if I can give you any advice, or any of the other viewers, you guys can give each other advice. If you've already decluttered that area, give them a tip or a trick, or if you have a specific question about the area you're tackling, let us know and we can see if we can answer that for you too. I want to know what you're doing the beginning of the new year. Is it a bathroom? Is it a closet? Is it your dresser? Let me know. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.